Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and especially Professor Springs. Welcome to the first installment of The Three Stooges, starring Noah Charvat,
Nick Surdock.
And Liam McManus via FaceTime.
Alright, let's get started today, boys, with our first talking point. Let's just start right from the beginning, the intro. Taming of the Shrew by William Shakespeare opens up with Christopher Sly, who is this drunken imbecile, basically, and he's just being very belligerently drunk, and a nobleman takes him and convinces him so that Christopher Sly himself is a nobleman and is watching the play Taming the Shrew. And I think that's pretty funny because then in Kiss Me Kate, which is a play about the play Taming of the Shrew. Now, Liam had some great points earlier about that. Liam, what do you think?
I honestly think my favorite part about, the play and the movie Kiss Me Kate is not only is it an adaptation of Taming of the Shrew, but it's a play in a play. Taming is Taming of the Shrew, but it uses Taming of the Shrew as the play that they are doing in the movie. So I think it was interesting that, the Speedwalks were able to modernize it and play on it using the original text and the original play itself. And, I think it was important that, the characters of Kiss Me Kate, Fred Graham, Lily Manesi, Bill Calvin, and Lois Lane, all of them, their actions off stage played onto the stage in the play they were acting, Taming of the Shrew. It led to the improv, and especially the improv between Fred Graham and Lily Manesi played a huge part in the movie. And I think the important thing is that the audience in the movie doesn't realize it's the improv, but those watching it at home, or those at the time who were watching it in theaters, were able to realize that it was improv and see the development of characters off the stage, behind the scenes, and on stage while they were performing Taming of the Shrew. So, I mean, Nick, do you have any thoughts on this? I thought that was my favorite part and twist of the entire movie.
No, I mean, that's a really good point there, Liam. That's a good comment. I like how, in Kiss Me Kate, the actors are trying to, act and really do the Taming of the Shrew, but in real life, the actors themselves are, they're living Taming of the Shrew. So not only does it, connect subtly in the play as a whole, but in Kiss Me Kate, when they're doing the play, they're doing the actual, Taming of the Shrew, and they're also doing it in their, everyday lives. So
That's a great point. I really like how you tie in that Fred himself is Petruchio. I like that.
Yeah.
Now, something that I think the Speedwalks took from Taming the Shrew and utilized very well is this overarching theme of money. Now, in Taming of the Shrew, the only reason why Petruchio leaves Verona to go to Padua is to marry a rich wife, where the Speedwalks took that concept of money and spread it throughout all characters and really entrenched their work with that concept. And just like how Fred is Petruchio and Lily is Kate, they took outside characters such as the thugs from they took the thugs that came into the story to find Fred, and they really took that theme of needing money and their want for money and just made it their whole character. Liam, I want to know what do you think about that?
I mean, I think there's a few characters you could choose that really symbolize that, the original meaning from the text of how Petruchio's need for money is there. And I think, like you said, the gangsters, I think, are an extension of Petruchio from the original play. And I think, again, the Speedwalks really played on that fact. And I don't think it was a coincidence that the IOU was signed with Fred Graham's name, who plays Petruchio on doesn't have the money to do it. Whereas he easily could have told them that Bill Calhoun was the one who signed his name after Bill Calhoun had previously, only a few minutes earlier, admitted that he had signed his name and had apologized for it. But he saw the opening and he took it. So, you know, that right there, I think is what helps ties it in. It's not directly Petruccio, but it's so close. And the Speedwalks, I think, just do a good job at adapting to, you know, at the time, the modern scenario. I mean, Nick, do you think that there's any other characters or a different take on this, or what do you think?
You know, I think another character that, you know, connects to Fred being Petruccio, but not really being Petruccio, is Lois. Because throughout the play, Lois is portrayed as a gold digger. Right? So she, at one point in the play, sings to Billy that my heart only belongs to you. But really, she is dating Fred at the time. And even though she sings this to Billy, she brings up, there's a point in the play that she says, if somebody with wealth or money comes along, then she's going to go to them. Even though she told Billy that her heart belongs to him, and she's also dating Fred. So it's almost like Petruccio in a way, because Petruccio wanted to find a wife for wealth. Wasn't really looking for love, just for money. And that's basically what Lois is. And she connects to Fred because she's dating Fred in the play.
I think that's a great point, Serdok. And I really think
Good analysis.
You're right. I think that's a great analysis, and I really think it's hammered home when she bumps into Lily's fiance, Tex, and she starts talking to him about how, oh, don't you remember me? Yes, I was the girl who was with you that whole night. You paid for, like, you bought me a steak and you took me back to your hotel room, and he just wants nothing to do with her. And I think that she knows who he is because of his wealth, and I really think that's the only reason why she even tries to associate herself with him. Not because she cares about him or cares about anyone, really. I think she's just looking for money.
Yeah.
Well,
it's almost like she has, you know,